And how are we on Triple B FM 89.1 in the Barossa? When I slide this thing up here, we'll be joined with Dean Ray. How are you, mate?
Good, man. How are you going?
I am very good, thank you. You've been keeping well?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds good. We like it. Hopefully that's not a bad thing that you said to think so at the end there.
No, I'm fine, man. Everything's going really good.
That's all right, bro. Well, a little backstory. I've been following you since your days at X Factor, since we first heard Betty Davis Eyes, and seen you a couple times. Last time I saw you actually had the worst cold known to man. Hopefully you didn't catch it. But you know what? This time I've got the crooked throat as well, so I think you're bad luck for me, mate.
Fully sick, mate. Fully sick. I had a funny feeling I met you in Adelaide at a street festival.
You did, bro. I love it. Every time we see me, you always tend to bring that out. And you know what? That shows a true musician when they remember the people that have been there since the beginning or have been around them. So definitely, awesome, man. Thank you very much for remembering that.
That's all right.
I've had a few people.
You've got a memorable head.
I'm gonna put it on my gravestone, I reckon.
Yeah, man.
Sounds good. So, what are you up to currently, man? What have we caught you doing?
Well, I've been in the studio for the last 3 days, pretty well straight. I've been getting about 4 or 5 hours sleep.
No, that's not good.
I've blown one of the studio monitors as well. So, but I've got this incredible sound happening at the moment.
What would you describe that as, mate?
Awesome.
Oh, that's what we like. You know what we should describe? My show here is called The Extraordinary Show. It's got the little Jordan chucked in the middle there. I reckon we should have an extraordinary sound to that.
Yeah, mate.
There we go. We don't want that on the title.
No, no, it's good. It's I've been flat out with it. Just I don't know. I go through phases of obsession and just locking myself away, working on things, and that's all part of being an artist. I guess you've got to be a little bit different,
Yeah, no doubt, man. And your sound is definitely that's why I I love the sound. I said to you when on that Adelaide gig, I said, mate, Michael Hutchence, it's like reincarnated, the whole vibe that you have about it. I don't think you would have kept what he's done, but he did as a person, but you've still got that sort of, well, I don't call it a no care attitude, but you definitely you've got an Australian sound.
There's a I guess I don't really think about it too much, man.
No.
That's the only similarity I'd have with someone like Hutch.
Yeah.
I don't put too much pressure on it.
No, well that's good.
At the end of the day, I'm not in control.
Oh, mate.
No one's in control.
When I talk about Dean Ray, I go, he's very, very laid-back dude, and that's what I think we all need to have a bit of.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
It helps. I mean, you do the best you can every day, but you're not in control.
No.
No one's in control.
Yeah, you're all for the raising awareness for mental health, and which is one thing I admire thoroughly.
Yeah, I'm definitely behind that sort of stuff. It's something that I've been dealing with it since I was about 8 or 9. So, yeah, I mean, in that time, it's really become quite a topic for people to talk about, which is great. I've known a lot of people that have got it and know they've got it now, but for years didn't know what the hell it was, and it's good that we're starting to understand it. There's always more breakthroughs in understanding what causes it or how it can be maintained, or there's all sorts of different things happening at the moment.
Yeah, we've just got to have a little bit of Dean Ray, like I said before, the whole, lay back. I struggle on a personal level. It's not good. I've been kicked to the gutter a few times, but we've got to, rely, I feel, on the people around us, like yourself. Like I find myself listening to your music in the car. I find myself listening to other artists just to try and amp me up in regards to how I go on in the day. And that's what I feel you in the industry does wonders for the people.
Thanks, man.
No, that's all right, bro.
I do have people write in about that, which has always been something that admire that happens because it doesn't really happen to me. I've never really had that thing where I put music on and it motivates me.
Yeah.
You know, I get motivated by listening to Steve Jobs talk about products.
I like it.
You know, reading documents that Nikola Tesla had written, and that sort of stuff motivates me to work harder and try and focus more on thinking outside the square.
No, that's it.
Because I'm not inside the square, so why should I be thinking inside the square?
Never. I don't think truer words have ever been spoken. That's lovely, mate. Well done. And it's definitely a good outlook to have. I like that we've jumped on the mental health train here, and we're having a chat about it because it does need to be talked about. People are doing festivals in regards to it and stuff like that, but one day doesn't help. It needs to be something that's recognised on a daily basis. Like, put yourself aside each day, take that few minutes, and it eventually will help. You use the people around you, and it'll be good.
It's quite amazing, actually, how food has affected people's mental health without them knowing it. You know, there's a lot of people that will might be even listen to this and think they're fine. Be like, yeah, no, I'm totally fine, but realise that they've been flatlining for the last 15 years and just kind of cruising on through their day-to-day bullshit.
Yeah.
And just to pay the bills, working their ass off to give their money to somebody else. You know, and it's those sorts of things. And if you get sucked in with a bad diet, if you're not eating lean and healthy and whatnot, well, you're not giving yourself enough fuel.
Yeah, 100%.
So you want to be giving yourself good fuel. It's like you'll find out what blood type you are, eat to that blood type. It's like putting diesel in a petrol engine, you know. You got to put the right fuel in.
You're going to get stuck somewhere down the road.
Yeah, if you're going to have a chance at anything.
Yeah, mate. Well, why don't we liven it up a bit? Well, I know it's good to talk about. We have had some people come through, fans of yours, ask some questions. I've got some names here. We'll start with an important one. Pizza on pineapple on pizza. Is that a thing for you? Or?
Yeah, I don't mind.
That was Meg O'Hara that went for that one. I don't know if you know the names that I say, but yeah, Cooper. He's gone through with a list. Cooper Kelpie. He's got. First question here was what was the first time you wrote a song? What was it like? What was the thought process going through your head, and where did you want to go from there?
Too long ago. I really don't remember, to be honest. It was never something that was thought about, though. It was just something that happened.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Did you know then and there that you wanted to be a big thing, not big thing as such, but a musician that travelled around Australia, or just you were just sitting back, you reckon, and strumming the guitar, seeing what came out?
I was just cruising along, mate. I just listening to my intuition, you know, and following the path that I've previously manifested.
Yeah.
For me to cruise along. So, you know, I played music all my life, but as a child, I always wanted to be other things, you know, and that music wasn't something that I wanted to do until I was about probably 12 or 13. I was like, yeah.
No, that's good, man.
This is cool. I like this. This feels nice. It felt like home. So I went with that. I've never really... I guess the only thing that... Like, I've always wanted to be a musician.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be, like a celebrity. It was never something I really wanted. You know, people think it would be cool, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
It's not amazing. It's really weird, and you know, it's bizarre, man. You can't really explain it. You do get used to it after a while, but it's awesome. I mean, it's brought me some incredible memories and experiences and people that I've met. You know, but that was never something that I wanted. I just wanted to play.
Yeah.
And you know, the joy that you go through playing, that's what it's all about. For me, it's still about that. Having that fun and other people enjoying it, you know, and there's this big energy field. Everyone's just feeding off each other, and that's what I'm in it for.
It is a dog-eat-dog world out there when you go to the bigger picture, and it's good that you're saying, like, the way that I'm reading what you're saying here is when you stay at what you're doing currently. So if you're doing a massive show, like I've seen you a couple of times, and when you get down, I'm pretty sure you broke a guitar in front of me once, but just the feeling that you get in that show is what you keep with. You don't worry about what's going to happen the next day. You just use that as momentum to kind of push yourself forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's just my job. Well, it's not my job. My purpose is to entertain people's minds away from the daily crap they've got going on, and give them, certain emotional feelings. When that's my purpose, and also to be the best that I can be at the time. That's probably one of the hardest things, is trying to be the best that you can possibly be at the time, which is fine. Like, it doesn't mean you don't, you're still going to make mistakes, but as long as it's the best, you tried your best at that time with the knowledge you had.
Yeah,
I think that's a very important thing to do.
Yeah, mate. As I said earlier, true words have never been spoken. How is the travelling going? Have you been? Oh, you said that you're in the studio. Have you been out and about playing some gigs, or is it just music time for you at the moment?
Well, I got to earlier this year. I got sick of the industry, so to speak. I was having trouble with all the fake people, and I was getting sour. And I was like, okay, well, I can keep going like this and then just have a breakdown and abuse someone. Which is not my style. Or take...
Are you there, man? Yep.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, bro. You're good.
I took 6 months off.
Yeah.
Away from music, didn't play any shows. And it was great. I went and helped out with a mate of mine doing some construction work.
Why not?
And it was good. I was living life as everyone else pretty well lives life,
Yeah.
Just doing the day-to-day thing. And I enjoyed it. I went through a whole bunch of different phases while I was doing that, phases where it's like, oh my God, I hate this. And then there were times where you're just like, this is the best thing I've ever done. It was a crazy good experience. But coming back now, I've done 3 shows, I think, since I've stopped touring. We did 3 shows in Brisbane. Now we're planning the tour next year, and there's more shows coming now as of the 30th of November.
Beautiful. And we'll see you down here in South Australia?
Yeah, man.
Where are you looking at going?
I want to go back to Hahndorf.
Mate, a beautiful area up there. Try the Barossa if you can as well.
Yeah, I want to check out Hahndorf again. And I always like coming into town, so I'll play somewhere in Adelaide.
Yep. No, that'd be decent, mate. I'm sorry, I'm keen for that one, and I'm sure everyone else out there is. I'll give you one more question here I know you're a busy man, so we'll let you go soon. But we've got Cooper here asking, your fan base believes you're a breath of fresh air in the industry. Why do you think they believe that?
Probably because they see that there's depth.
Yep.
In the music. There's plenty of depth in music, but it's hard to find. It's not out there. Like my followers came about me through a commercial way, and there's not much depth in commercial music.
Correct.
It's just how the structure is globally. They're not huge fans of it. So that's, there's heaps of music like mine, but you've got to search for it. It's not on your radio stations and, film clips and stuff like that. You got to hit Spotify and hit up the small independent labels.
Oh, no, I dig deep, mate. I've got all your stuff. Too good. I've been playing it. A favourite track of mine on your Messenger album that you did was Country Song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that one personally, just the idea. And also, I'm going to play it afterwards, Alcohol. Do you mind having a quick chat about that one?
Sure.
And the writing process, because it's very in-depth, because you actually look at it twice in the album, towards the end, and then you've got your main So, what was like? How did that writing process go? Because it is a fairly in-depth song.
It wasn't really much of a process, man. I just sat down one night and started singing it.
Yeah.
I had the music for ages.
Yeah.
But nothing had come about. And then I was going to bed one night and I sat down and was playing that riff, and that came through. They finally let me have the song. I was like, thank you. So wrote it down.
Yeah.
And like I wanted to do a full band version so people could hear what I could hear in my head, but then at the end I wanted to do something raw and stripped back, which is how it was when it was written that night. Just this really vulnerable, raw song about someone who doesn't want to stop drinking.
Yeah.
Or doesn't want to confront their issue. And that is a lot of people, you know. We've all got some issue that we like having it, you know.
Yeah.
So like for me, that's like my whole life, pretty much. Nothing's healthy.
Well, mate,
nothing's a healthy vibe.
No, that's all right.
It's good. I keep. There's always. Yeah, it's just in the music industry, man. There's so much booze getting around. Like, this is free. People are just throwing it around.
Yeah.
So
can't be good for you if you already love it.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I had a friend of mine that was writing songs about his time with alcohol, and he's off it now. And I was like, oh, there is quite a few songs, you know, about people struggling with alcohol or quitting or something, but haven't heard many songs about someone who knows they should quit but doesn't want to.
Yeah.
You know, which is far more realistic, because that's where a lot of people sit. It's like, oh, yeah, I know I shouldn't be eating lasagna every day because I'm fat, but
Yeah.
it's just so good.
No, that's all good, man. No, I love what you've come and said. It's really raw, really open. It's what we really need. We needed to bring it to light, their mental health issues that we've chatted about. We've chatted about your music, mate. What's next? What are you going to do? You just going to chill the rest of the day, or you going back in the studio?
Well, I've blown a speaker, so I'm currently shopping around for a speaker and trying to get another monitor system set up. But I've got to go to a launch in town. I produced a folk duo's latest EP, and they're launching it tonight in Sydney, so I'm going to go check that out.
There we go. And who might they be?
Their name is When Hawk Met Sparrow.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll have to check them out.
Really cool.
Well, mate, I'll let you get on with your day. I'll thank you very much for joining me here and having a chat. You're my second big artist that I've had a chat to, so hopefully I did you justice, and I could chat for you. I could chat with you to you for hours. Wow, get the words out. But no, thank you again, mate.
Hey, no worries, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, do you want to do me a favour before we, because we like to do a bit of promo for the station. We're fairly small. Would you mind going doing a bit of this is Dean Ray. You're listening to Triple B FM 89.1.
I'm going to write that down because I'll forget.
No, you're right, man.
That's a pain. All right, what was it called, the station?
Triple B FM 89.1.
Cool. 89.1.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Dean Ray, and you're listening to Triple B FM 89.1.
There we go. Thank you very much for joining me, mate. Look after yourself, and hopefully you can fix that. Go get a new speaker and a new monitor. Try not to break that one.
We'll get it sorted out.
All right, mate. We'll catch you next time you're in town. Look after yourself.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Stay extraordinary. We'll catch you later, bro.
See you, mate.
See ya. Bye. There we had it, folks. Dean Ray.